This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roland Ardines, to use this as an educational material. The self from a sociological perspective. Exploring the social construction of self.
What is the self? The self can be defined as the individual as a whole, including all characteristics, attributes, mentality, and consciousness. A person might define themselves based on their opinions, beliefs, past experiences, actions, place of origin, or religion. The sociological perspective. The self is not solely individual. It is socially constructed. We often think of the self as our inner being, our personal identity, but sociology offers a different lens. Our self isn't just inside us, it's built through our interactions and experiences within society.
Social interaction and the self.
We engage with the environment around us continuously from the moment of our birth. Even the smallest of these encounters have a significant impact on who we become. Our self-concept, or how we perceive and comprehend ourselves, is shaped by every encounter and relationship. Language acquisition. Developing our self-concept begins with learning a language. We start to comprehend our role in the world and how other people see us as we develop our communication skills. Our sense of identity influenced by the language we are exposed to, the words we use, and the way we talk. Socialization. We pick up social norms, expectations, and standards through our interactions with other people. We learn how to negotiate relationships, perform appropriately in various contexts, and blend with our social groupings through these interactions. Our perception of ourselves in relation to others is shaped by these encounters. Our self-concept is essentially a dynamic result of our interactions with the outside world. Through these connections, we are learning, developing, and forming our sense of self from the very beginning of our existence.
Social rules.
When expectations in one area interfere with another. Have you experienced any situation where balancing rules felt particularly challenging? Each rules bring expectation and influences how we see ourselves, sometimes leading to real conflict or strain. Absolutely, we all jungle different rules, whether it's as a friend, a professional, a family member, or something else. These rules can sometimes clash, causing inner conflict or stress, especially.
Social groups and identity.
Social group. Our sense of identity is deeply rooted in the social groups we belong to. These groups provided a framework for understanding ourselves and our place within society. When identify with a particular group, we adopt its values, norms, and beliefs, which in turn shapes our self-concept. For instance, being part of a religious organization may instill certain moral values, while belonging to a sport team may foster a sense of competitiveness. The groups we belong to also play a significant role in shaping our values and beliefs. We often conform to the norms and expectations of our in groups, which can lead to a sense of unity and shared purpose. Affiliations influence how we perceive ourselves and our role in the world.
Key sociological theories.
Key sociological theories. These are the 4 examples of sociological theories: symbolic interactionism, the looking glass self, role theory, dramaturgical theory. These several key theories help us understand how the self develops. We look at symbolic interactionism, the looking glass self, role theory, and Goffman dramaturgical approach.
Point 1. Individual self, unique personality and goals. Point 2. Collective self, share identity, group membership. Point 3. Tension and interplay between the two. The explanation are individual versus collective self. There's constant interplay between our unique individual selves or shared identities within groups. This aspect is not mutually exclusive but rather influence each other.
The self in the modern world.
The self in modern world. Globalization. Globalization in general makes the globe more interconnected but also causes conflicts between local and global influences, which results in both attempts to maintain old identities and creation of new one or flexible one. So are the example of how globalization impact on identity formation. I gathered some seven examples. So here are the 7. Cultural hybridization, erosion of traditional identities, increased individualism, migration of diasporic identities, access to global networks, cultural resistance, economic identity. So let's proceed to social media. So what is social media? Social media significantly influences how people portray themselves and view their identities. It presents both chances of self-expression and self-discovery, as well as difficulties, identity fragmentation, comparison, and validation seeking. I gathered some examples, so these are the examples. Curated self-presentation, identity exploration, social comparison, feedback and validation, multiple identities, influence of social norms and trends, impact on real-world identity, FOMO or fear of missing out, disconnection between online and offline selves, community and identity formation. So, globalization and social media have dramatically altered how we construct and present ourselves. They offer both opportunities and challenges.
To conclude, the sociological perspective reveals the profound impact of social forces on our sense of self. It's a dynamic and ongoing process shaped by our interactions, roles, and the ever-changing social landscape. What does this understanding mean for how we interact with each other and build our own identities? This perspective informs how we build relationships and navigate social interactions. Understanding the social construction of self allows us to approach communication with greater nuance and sensitivity. We can anticipate how social factors might influence others, communication styles, and behaviors, leading to more effective and meaningful interactions. It encourages a more collaborative approach to identify formation, recognizing the reciprocal influence we have on each other's self-perceptions. The sociological understanding of the self as a social construct is not merely an academic concept. It's a powerful tool for fostering empathy, promoting self-awareness, empowering individuals, and enriching our social interactions. By acknowledging the profound impact of social forces, we can cultivate a more inclusive, just, and equitable society where diverse identities are celebrated and individuals are empowered to build authentic and fulfilling lives.